Against the caste-based discrimination. I thanks for you for your decision to join this global march, and our effort would not be possible without your support, without your participation in this global march. And this is a beginning of the new start of the social justice movement. I thank you. I thank you for you, and thank you.
Now I invite Ann Gorison to introduce our next speaker. Ann Gorison is a feminist and a civil rights advocate. Ann.
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Gorison, and I'm a member of the Episcopal Diocese of New York. I teach Dalit women in India at a Dalit Christian college outside of Chennai, and have been for the last 10 years. And today I'd like to introduce Johanna Schaefer, who is a member of the Episcopal Diocese of New York, the former chairperson of the Indian Network, the board member of the Global Women's Fund, and an advocate both here and in India for Dalit human rights. Johanna Schaefer.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to see you all here this afternoon. It's a very exciting day. We have been waiting since 1999 for a venue to be able to do some real advocacy. Thank you for coming. We are honored to be participating with all of you in today's march. I represent the Episcopal Diocese of New York, which has had a long-standing relationship with the Dalits of southern India in Tamil Nadu. We want to thank the International Commission for Dalit Rights and thank all Dalits for the privilege of standing with you to help increase society's awareness of caste oppression. We stand with you to appeal to the conscience of the world to work for the eradication of caste in your home countries and, unfortunately, throughout the diaspora. We are here today primarily because of the legacy of Martin Luther King, but even more, we are here today because our Dalit friends have shared with us their stories of discrimination, oppression, and violence. We are here because of our highly educated friend who was shunned when his caste was revealed. We are here because of a Dalit priest who was beaten to the point of hospitalization for worshiping within the village rather than outside of it. His friends who testified in his behalf were unable to obtain any work for more than 10 years. Unfortunately, when this priest moved to the United States, he was unable to get a job in an Indian church because of his Dalit caste. I would really like to thank Father Gideon, the priest I am speaking about, without whose initiative the Indian Network would not exist. Thank you, Father Gideon. Thank you for all of your suffering and perseverance. We are also here on behalf of all those, like the primary school child who drank from the caste water tank, as you had mentioned earlier, DB. And this child had her eyes put out as punishment. We stand together to respond to these injustices, these human rights abuses. God calls us all to be brothers and sisters. The faith of each of us and the scriptures we rely on point to one universal moral law. Love your neighbor as yourself. Caste binds. Caste has no place in that moral law. Caste binds both Dalit and those who perpetuate the caste system. We are all Dalit until no one is. We are all untouchable until no one is. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joanna. Now, that is the conclusion of the program at the White House. Now, you know we're moving to the Capitol Hill, and here we go, a chant.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Speaker. So could you all make a circle, oval circle around where I'm standing? I mean, you can make a big circle.
All right.
So that you can
Please
keep
make a
chanting
circle.
your voice. Okay.
Okay, guys, go back. Can you go back?
And also, I'm going to call other names so that you can be prepared or come around me.
President of the Nepali American Society for Oppressed Community. We have been tireless fighting the elimination of caste-based discrimination from the world. Millions of the people living a lower than animal life, and they are facing inhuman treatment every step of their life. If you see reality, life of the Dalit people in South Asia, as a human, you can imagine their life, how the society treats them based on their caste. We just finished global march for today, but not all. We are starting the global march across the world, and we will all continue marching for the end of the caste-based discrimination. In this point, we have to pressure the US government to pass binding resolution race and caste discrimination. Nepali American Society for the Oppressed Community, NASO community, has been supporting to fight for the eradicate caste-based discrimination, especially from Nepal. In Nepal, the Hindu religion, Hindutva, fundamentally carry the caste system upper and lower. And we need to crack down on the system. Hindu society doesn't want to eliminate superiority. Finally, let us all together and create a historical movement and in caste-based discrimination at all forms around the world. Dear friend, I'm going to hand over this microphone to my colleague, Mr. Gadadhar Sunar, who came from Nepal last week to join this march. He is National President of Dalit NGO Federation Nepal. He has been fighting more than 25 years against caste discrimination and stabilized Dalit rights. Welcome, Gadadhar Sunar.
Thank you very much, President Deepak Chand Vishwakarma of NASO Committee. I would like to give many thanks all of you I would like to say you are all freedom fighters. I am going to read out my written speech. Distinguished national and international guests, leaders and ladies and gentlemen. Without our struggle, we cannot achieve dignified life. This is the great historical day for the Dalit and marginalized community to ensure the human rights of Dalit community all over the world. At present, we are able to come together at the great historical place where Martin Luther King was born. It indicates our strength, and it is one of the milestones to solve the problem of untouchability around the world. I would like to say that I feel proud to be a part of Global March Against Caste-Based Discrimination, this very special historical event. I would like to give many thanks on behalf of Dalit NGO Federation and Dalit communities of Nepal to ICTRs and rest of the organizers who provide this opportunity to me. Today, it is great times for me to share my untouchability experience, what I face and learn in my entire life. 260 million people who are directly suffering from this problem. The government of Nepal and other countries may have legally abolished the untouchable problem, but in practice we are facing untouchable problem every day. It means cause is not properly implementing the law. The government has no commitment and functional mechanism. Today, I like to emphasize two things. First one is US Congress and international communities to pass the binding resolution against caste or work and descent-based discrimination, and White House to endorse a draft UN principle and guideline for the effective elimination of discrimination based on work and descent. Second one is, without action, we will not get any positive result. Therefore, I would like to request all of you, individually as well as institutionally, join hands for dignified life. For elimination of untouchability, let us start, plan, and integrated local to international continuous campaign. Thank you very much, and I would like to give, I will request to all of you to give all the organizers and leaders for this global march, having a big clap to them on behalf of whole society. Thank you very much. I would like to give many thanks all these colleagues of ICTR President, Mr. Devi Sagar, and all of these colleagues. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll now have Dr. Ramesh Sumar to come up and introduce our next speaker.
I'm here to introduce Gregory McRae, and he's our liaison between the Dalit Society here and African American Society. He's representing Judge Quander, who is from the Quander family, legacy of Quander family, and unfortunately he cannot attend here today because he's in Dallas right now attending another demonstration of Dalit demonstration in Dallas. So Mr. McRae, here you are.
Howdy-bo. Good afternoon. Actually, my name is Gregory McRae, as he said, and I feel I should introduce something about why I'm here. My name is Madan Mohana Das. That's my Vaishnava name, and I've been familiar with Indian culture and Indian religiosity for the last 40 years, since I was a teenager. And in that time, I've experienced this discrimination here in the United States. And as I see that phenomena growing, my reaction to it is, oh no, you can't bring that
event I have ever experienced for the past 18 years here in this country. So I'm also a Dalit guy. I have a small business. On behalf of ANA, which is Ambedkar Association of North America, we are focusing on empowering our people, especially in the rural areas, by providing education in the IT skills, job-oriented IT skills. And also we are working with the universities and other people who are interested to pursue their higher education here. So we are all here because of highly skilled skills from IT and other areas too. The reason why I say IT is we are all from IT. Because of that, we are here. We are encouraging a lot of people by empowering them. I have ever experienced for the past 18 years here in this country. So I'm also a Dalit guy. I have a small business. On behalf of ANA, which is Ambedkar Association of North America, we are focusing on empowering our people, especially in the rural areas, by providing education in the IT skills, job-oriented IT skills. And also we are working with the universities and other people who are interested to pursue their higher education here. So we are all here
because of highly skilled skills from IT and other areas too. The reason why I say IT is we are all from IT. Because of that, we are here. We are encouraging a lot of people by empowering them.
It needs to come from all castes. It needs to be supported. Dalit rights needs to be supported by all different castes and under the leadership of the Dalit community. I'm from a group called the South Asia Solidarity Initiative, and we are people who come from all different parts of South Asia, who are fighting to support all kinds of movements that are going on in South Asia, including Dalit rights. And I want to say that Dalit discrimination happens in the United States as well, and part of our role and part of what we're trying to do here is to bring light to the fact that it's going on all across the diaspora, not just in India, not just in Nepal, and not just in Bangladesh. So if we fight from here, and if we support strong movements like the Dalit Mahila Saviman Yatra and all kinds of Dalit movements that are going on in India and across South Asia, our job as people from the Bahujan caste and people from other castes is to support and go under the leadership and follow the leadership of all Dalit and Dalit women especially all across the South Asia.
So our plan is to build facility there in the fight for Dr. Ambedkar's philosophy. I'd like to introduce our Dr. Sakya Mohan. He is a professor of history. He's one of our board of directors. Dr. Berwa is here. You want to know when Indira Gandhi was president way back, he gave like a black flag that time. So that's kind of historical. People are here and they came here. I'm so happy to see them. And Dr. Berwa, can you raise your hand? Hello. So a lot of historical people are here. I see a lot of folks from Canada, Professor Arun Kumar. And we have other people here, from the Ambedkar International. Passed a law that if cows are killed, the person should be prosecuted. But human beings, they got killed and nobody cares there. So that's the situation. So I just want to make a point. And for the goal of this march, all of our colleagues, they have mentioned, we came here for the Human Rights Act, which is passed in the United Nations. And the passage to the US Congress, Resolution 139, and the Congress should implement and make this like a permanent law for all the diaspora and Indian community. And our House Representative, Congresswoman Eleanor Hall Norton, she is introducing a House Resolution 566. It's current on the way. So basically this is all about the discrimination treatment of Dalits in South Asia and Asian migrated from this country to here. So in the last point I want to make, I'd like to thank, all these folks here, as I mentioned, Dr. Berol, Sakya Mohan, Amrit Lal, and people that came all the way from Toronto, our Dr. Arun Kumar, and probably, it is worth because he's gone from all the way, probably should give a couple of seconds to let him speak, if you guys permit a little bit. And let me say before that, I'll thank you all of you from bottom of my heart to just coming here. And this is successful. It's very good start. We have to do a lot, but this very brilliant start, all of you came. So I thank you all from bottom of my heart.
Which is why you're here, right? Okay, so when Vinaya comes to speak, we're actually going to switch up the people here. Can I have all the Dalit women who are here? Stand up! Dalit women who are here, stand up! Dalit women, please come forward! Dalit women, please come forward and get behind the banner so we can switch the roles. Come forward. Come forward.
All this support and participation. This is very, very heartening to see the support for this global march in such huge numbers. Guys, this is not the end of the program. This is just the beginning. We have to make sure that the binding resolution that we're working on to get the support of US Congress has to come to conclusion by making sure that the bill get passed in Congress and further in Senate. So this is just a process. We know that the binding resolution has been drafted. Now we have to take a further step to make sure that we bring awareness in the minds of American US Congress people. Make sure that this issue is communicated as the most burning issue in not just India but in South Asia, and also it has the concern of getting spread into the global...
You lead the movement, and we together make a history of the Dalit movement. And this is not the ending. This is just a beginning from the international level. We call the global march. And this is a global march of social justice movement. Here we have two major goals of this movement. One is let's end the caste discrimination by endorsing the UN draft principal guidelines. And second is passing the binding resolution against the caste-based discrimination by the United States Congress. We are here and we will be here continuously until this binding resolution will not pass. And we will continually speak against the caste-based discrimination, and we will continuously approach the UN policymaker against to make them speak against the caste-based discrimination. Finally, I would like to appreciate each of you who contributed financially, who involved in this movement. You led it, you make it a history, and you are truly leaders of this global movement. And I would like to really appreciate. I would not want to take one or two names for this, because all of you, each of you make a history and you made a great contribution. Without your support, it wouldn't be possible and we wouldn't be here. And I would like to thank and I would like to appreciate everyone from the International Commission for Dalit Rights and from its partners organizations who greatly led this movement, and we will continuously working together towards the end of this Dalit right movement, towards the end of the caste discrimination. Thank you all. Thank you for coming from the different part of the world. And I would like to hand over this mic to the Tenmori to announce, and I would like to close officially this global march for today.
Group picture.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is two things. One, we're going to do one massive group system, got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho. Caste system, got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho. Caste system, got to go, hey, hey, oh, ho.